Hey everyone, it's Lars here, and welcome back to Virtual Paddock. Today I'm back in RaceRoom, because KW Studios just released a new car pack from my favorite brand, which is of course Porsche. Specifically, it's the 944 Turbo Cup and the 992 generation 911 GT3 Cup and GT3 R. So let's not waste any time and check them out. Starting with the oldest one, the 944 Turbo Cup. Now this was in fact the first ever Porsche Cup car. Introduced in 1986, though here in RaceRoom it's a 1987 model. Based on the 944 Turbo road car, and when I say based on, it's essentially a slightly modified production car, with the rear seats removed, bucket seats at the front, roll cage, and different suspension. The power comes from a 2.5 litre turbocharged inline-4, originally producing around 220 horsepower, though for 1987, which this is, it was up to 250 horsepower. And along with more power, they also gave it ABS, as well as lightweight magnesium wheels. So let's take this one on track. Right, so here we go. For 2 flying laps at Brands Hatch, which is what I'll be doing with all the cars. First the 944. Immediately big slide through Paddock Hill. This car, of course, has no downforce. So it's not gonna be on rails. But to be honest, that's part of the fun in this. It's a very active experience driving this car. I mean, it's a full manual gearbox. So on downshift like here, doing heel and toe. And the best thing to do is to not cut the corner. So don't do as I do. So yeah, it slides out quite a bit, but it's not particularly oversteery. I mean, it doesn't have like all that weight of an engine hanging around there at the back. This one's front engined. Front engined 4-cylinder. The whole series of 924, 944, and then later the 968. Those were Porsche's entry-level models. Yeah, so this 944 Turbo Cup, that was the first ever Porsche Cup car. So both of my flying laps are invalid. It's so easy to just take a bit too much carb. Now, ever since 1990, the Porsche Cup car has been a 911. And since 1998, it has been the 911 GT3 Cup, the current model based on the 992 platform. It's already available in quite a few sims, and now also in RaceRoom. Specifically as the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland 2023. And in this spec, there's no ABS or traction control, so you gotta be careful with your inputs. There is a fair bit of downforce, but not as much as a proper GT3, so you also need to watch your steering inputs. It is a rear engine car after all. And not a small engine. It's a 4-liter naturally aspirated flat 6, producing 510 horsepower. Now, we're actually getting two different versions of this car in this pack. Because in addition to the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland 2023, they've also given us an endurance version, which does have traction control and ABS. And this version is used in, for example, NLS or the 24-hour series. So let's give both versions a try.
Alright, so here we are in the modern Porsche Cup car, 992 GT3 Cup. First in the Porsche Carrera Cup Deutschland version. So no ABS or traction control. I'd say the biggest change in this car is on the brakes. Yeah, you heard it there. I locked up. Same mistake I already made in the 944. Now in terms of downforce, this is still below a GT3 car. It is somewhat close, but it's not quite on the level of a GT3. A lack of traction control is actually not that much of a problem, because with this being rear engined, you get amazing traction. That's the number one benefit of the 911 being rear engined. Right, so now the endurance version, and I'm just gonna do one flying lap in this, since in terms of chassis it's the same car. as the one I just drove before. Yeah, the main difference in this one is that you don't have to worry about lockups. It's a lot easier to be confident on the brakes. Regarding the traction control, as I already mentioned, the 911 has amazing traction. So, traction control, honestly, doesn't make that much of a massive difference.
And finally, the 911 GT3 R. Now this is Porsche's current GT3 race car, in series like GT World Challenge or DTM. It's actually the third consecutive version of the GT3 R that we're getting in RaceRoom. We already have the 991.1 version from 2016, and the 991.2 from 2019. And well, now we've got the 992, with improved weight distribution, better aerodynamics, and more power from a bigger engine. Still naturally aspirated flat 6, but now it's 4.2 liters and producing up to 565 horsepower. They've even worked on the power delivery, made it smoother, so it's easy to drive for amateurs as well. Which is also why it comes with both ABS and traction control, as does every GT3 car of course. And now, let's do a few laps in this one as well.
Now, last but not least, driving the 911 GT3 R. And you can immediately tell this one does have quite a bit more downforce and more power than the Cup car. And at the same time also with traction control and ABS. It's honestly easier to drive than the Cup car. Especially the Carrera Cup Deutschland one. Missed the braking point and the apex a bit. Yeah. This car has enough downforce to be almost on rails. So fast, but still easy to drive. Which is the great thing about GT3.
So that wraps it up. 3 new Porsches in RaceRoom. Well, 4 to be exact. And all of them are a blast to drive. Can't wait to do some races with these. Anyway, so thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video. So, till next time, use the downforce, and see you soon.